hear it, but I was probably way louder. Quick TLDR: this is a new format that we're in the process of creating. It's still in testing, but you can help us test if you'd like. There's a link in the description and there's a link in the chat for those of you that are watching. It is a player versus environment type of game or format where you up to one and up to my knowledge, there is no limit. A number of people can play against a monster, a boss of sorts. This is inspired by the original format boss monster from the Magic the Gatherings tournaments that they host or whatever, in the events that they host at the any kind of events that you would go to, like the convention in Vegas or whatever. And it's basically just a play off that, but with a lot more in-depth features. And I'm in the process of creating an app for it, so it makes it easy. But there also is just a chart. You can roll a d20 die. The result of the die determines what the boss monster does. The boss monster goes last in every play group, no matter how many people you're playing with. And it skips the first turn, but then goes after it goes to the second turn, then third. It rolls one die on the second and third turn, but on the fourth turn adds another die, so that'll roll 2d20. And every even turn after that will add an additional die, but it still rolls the number of dice it rolled previously on the odd turns. So that's all.
Does your app track the turn number?
No, because it probably could, but like if you ever mispressed the roll for the boss monster and maybe hit it too many times, it would mess up the turn order. Like I know I thought of a way to kind of track, but like you could I could I was like I can add another like a round tracker that you'd have to manually do, but I don't know of a way that I could like automatically track the.
No, even just having a manual one would be great.
Yeah, I can add that for sure. That'd be easy. But yeah. So right now it is my turn. This is after my turn will be the first time the boss monster rolls. I'll play a Plains, I'll play Sithis, and then I'll pass. And this will be the first roll for the boss monster, and we're calling it a raid monster. Because this is kind of also inspired based on raiding from like World of Warcraft, where you get a group together and go against an enemy that is way stronger than you 1v1. And the cool thing is you could build decks specifically designed to play against it. If you see here on the app, there is the standard. This is the baseline rule set. But then there also is 3 different rule sets at the moment. There will be way more. We have cool ideas for different kinds of boss monsters. They'll be maybe flavored based on their enemy type. There'll be all kinds of cool things. We'll have like a gauntlet mode. But at the moment, this is just a very basic app that I have. I'm not a programmer, so it is what it is. But first boss monster roll will be only 1 draw, 1 spell each turn.
Okay.
So
that's not so bad. I mean, that's not great, but that's not good.
It's not bad in the beginning. I'd take this over sacrificing my creature.
Yeah, like for reals.
Although my commander is very very specifically based on drawing cards. I would draw at least 3 cards next turn. But instead, I'll just play a different card.
Upkeep, draw. Not going to play that since I can't draw more than 1 card per turn. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4.
Matt,
5.
you played Sithis on your turn, right?
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah. Well, I didn't follow the path of ancestry. I'm not really used to playing with it, but I'm going to tap all 5. No, I'm not. I'm going to tap.
I'll say Lethal's 3, right? Is it 4?
4 for Lathril. Bring her into play.
Now you get her, and you get the Path of Ancestry trigger.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go ahead and scry 1.
And you'll gain 1.
I'm going to keep that.
Pat.
Gain 1.
What's that?
You'll gain 1.
Oh, yeah.
Gain 1 from.
And I'm watching him do it too.
Where am I going to gain 1 from?
You're not gaining 1.
I am.
Oh,
Pat's gaining 1.
I do. Like, well, yeah. Soul Warden, baby.
So I'm just going to go ahead and swing out with the Imperious Perfect. And, yeah, I'll smack it for 2.
All right.
Nice.
And I will pass a turn.
Awesome. So we'll do that super sweet untap thing. Go for the draw. But for real, my camera's frozen again. Again. Oh, this is ridiculous. Okay.
You have anything else
Well,
running in the background, Pat?
yeah, Discord, Firefox, OBS, and like the software to do this.
Do you have to have OBS running?
To have a camera. Yeah.
You could just point it to your camera.
No, he's using his yeah, he's using his phone as the camera, I
Doesn't
imagine,
matter. You
right?
can just point it right to your phone. It'll be one of the options.
Depends on what he's doing.
Yeah.
You're using Droid Cam, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it recognizes Droid Cam.
Right, and then I wouldn't have a keyboard and mouse.
What?
If I was using just my phone, I would have to interact with just the phone.
No, he's saying that Spell Table recognizes just Droid Cam as a input for a camera.
Yeah, you don't have to have OBS running, and it'll save you some system resources, probably fix your audio problem.
Yeah, it's like it's dropping bits. It's like dropping bits of your audio. You're like coming in crackly every now and then. It's fine. I'm not.
And it
too
may stop your camera from freezing. Just trying to help.
Got a planes for my turn. I'm going to filter the mountain into the is it signet to get 2, 3, and 4 for a Kaikar, Wind's Fury, gaining myself 1 more life point. And to switch over to combat, I'll swing out 1 with Soul Warden.
All right.
And that's going to sum up my turn.
All right, untap. Upkeep, draw.
And also on the actual version of the app, I don't know why it does it in the emulator. It has like the pluses all like weirdly spaced. But on my phone, it's not. It's actually pretty normal. I don't know why the emulator messes it up, but my phone, the actual everything's symmetrical in case it bugs anybody.
Okay, so I did Champion of the Parish. Whenever
Oh shit!
another
My
zombie
food got
enters the
delivered 30
battlefield
minutes ago. Oops.
under my control, put a +1/+1 counter on it. So with that, I will
Did you cast the creature? Was he a Champion of the Parish? You just put it in play?
Yep.
So that will trigger Soul Warden.
Yep. So Pat gets another life.
My turn?
Yeah.
You want to hit spacebar?
It's locked. I can't do nothing. Why can't I do nothing?
All right. I'll play Pathway. And I'll play a Dryad of the Elysian Grove. I won't draw the card because of the boss monster, but I will gain a life. We're playing an enchantment. Dryad of the Elysian Grove allows me to play an additional land every turn. So I'll do that. Reliquary Tower. And then I can hit the boss monster for 1. And then this will be the round tracker for my own sake. So this will be round 3. So it'll be 1 more roll of the raid monster. That sucks. So this is one of the worst ones. This is basically each roll has about a 8% chance, with 1 in 20 being a 5% chance.
Oh, all creatures are dead.
Yeah. This is one of the worst ones because it completely resets my board, most boards, especially early on.
Yeah, same.
But if the boss monster did nothing, then it would be too easy. So it's over to Bob.
All right.
Okay, so I switched over my input to just the droid cam. And I was able to close.
Sounds a lot better.
It still looks like I'm doing stuff.
Well, your audio cleared up.
Well,
good.
We'll see.
Good. Yeah, right.
All
Well,
right,
either
well,
way, it feels like it's yeah.
There's no
I'm
real way to
going
copyright. I mean, we could probably copyright. I can copyright the app to make sure like nobody makes the same app, but I can't copyright the idea of playing versus a raid monster because, first of all, Boss Monster was out first, and that was created by them. Second, we're using the play pieces of Magic the Gathering. Like, I don't think you can like make a board game based on pieces from another game that's already copyrighted. I think that's the only thing we could do is really protect our like I can protect the app, my coding and stuff like that, but we'll just, you know, we'll just make it the best we can make it, and if somebody wants to rip it off and make it better, then at least there will be a better format.
Yeah, I mean, I just I wanted to play. I just love playing it. Over to you, Pat. I just played Pride of the Perfect. Elves I control get
Ooh, it's
+2/+0.
oh, well, that's still pretty solid though. So I'll untap for turn, draw. Okay, interesting. I mean, not super cool, but it's sort of interesting. Um, let's see. I don't have anything crazy. Yeah, I'll play Shimmer and Grotto. Get that thing out of my hand. I've got a white, so I'll play Esper Sentinel because my opponent does cast a spell. I can't interact with it, but I'll gain
Yep.
something off.
Yeah,
I'll
there's a few weird
filter,
interactions with the raid monster.
right? I'll filter Command Tower into Is It Signet, getting a blue and a red, using the 2 red and a blue for Hammer of Perforos, giving creatures I control haste. So, Esper Sentinel, swinging out for 1, baby.
All right.
Nice.
That's right. Build
We're
up my
just we're
board
just
state.
we're just
Rack up
pecking it down.
Yeah, like a whole bunch of hens. But I'm gonna have to pass my turn over to Prime 406 to see what he can do.
All right. Well, I'm going to start off by untapping and then drawing.
A useless card. I will say
use
that
those.
counter spells are one of the things that I would recommend. Just you could just cycle away. Now, the way I've been doing it is easy mode is free to cycle. Medium is 1 colorless mana to cycle, and then hard mode would be 2, just to make it have a little bit of a cost. But it's up to your play group on whether or not you want your cycling to be free. And I would also have it to be kind of like a rule 0 situation where I think everybody has to agree that the card's dead in order for you to cycle. I mean, it is a cooperative game, so I don't think you'll have any people pushing back, but just in case.
Okay.
Yeah, Rule 0 still the prime rule, even in our format.
All right.
This is
I
meant to
played
be fun.
Blade of the Oni, and it's a 3/1 menace. It's a living artifact, basically. So, pass turn.
I might just replay my commander and hope that it survives a turn. I get so much value from my commander being on the field. Yeah, I'm just going to replay the commander. And we'll
Just
go
a
to
roll
the
dice
raid
now.
monster. So now we got 2 rolls. It's now round 4 for the raid monster. And let's see what we get. First one, that's unfortunate.
Oh.
It's the worst. This is the most difficult roll, the most punishing roll. Die result 1. So sacrifice
Oh, there
creature,
goes Mana.
enchantment, and 1 artifact. You have to also discard 2 cards, mill 2 cards, and do them in order. I'll do my discards will be Seal the Primordial and
I discarded a Roots of Wisdom and a Binding of the Old Gods.
I'm obviously going to get rid of my Tragic Fall and my Swan
No
Song.
land.
Enchantress.
And a Casualties of War. Okay, that's not horrible.
Fire
Mill,
Artifact.
Dark Mutation,
Tumor,
and Swords.
And Mind's Eye.
So
Exile.
that's everything on my board.
That was
Right.
only the first
And it
roll,
gets
by the
rid
way.
of
It has one more roll.
What's
There's my
the? Oh yeah, we have the sack one.
Yep.
And then
Yeah. So
artifact.
my creature was Esper Sentinel, my enchantment was Hammer of Perforos, and my artifact was the Is It Signet. So I'm back to 4 lands.
Did you draw your card from your Esper Sentinel?
Oh, I gotta sack my Soul Ring.
Oh, right. Yeah.
At least you get
call.
that.
Pat, you're upside down.
You can flip them.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, top left there's little 3 dots. Like hover over his camera.
Yeah,
top
you
left
can
there's
hit
3
those
little
with the-
dots.
It's called ellipsis, the 3 dots. And if you
And then
get
you
that
can
elixir, you
you
can
click
Switched over
click
to
it
the
and flick
raw
video.
input from Droid Cam.
All right, a
It
second
resets.
roll is going to be enchantments, which I imagine
No,
we
I
have
have
none,
nothing.
so you're good to go, Bob.
Yeah. Well,
Ugh.
all right. I'm going to draw a card. And then I'm just going to pass the turn.
Super fast tortoise. I guess you could say that counter spells could be used if you're going to try to prevent your
Yeah,
player, your
draw.
opponent, or your teammates from making a bad play. But
My
also at the same
mountain.
time, it's a team game, so you're allowed to discuss your plays. So you're not like limited. Like if somebody's going to make a bad play, you're just like, whoa, hold on, don't do that. You can. There's a better play or whatever. You can just stop them. It's not like chess where you like things are hard and fast. Unless you play that way, that's fine.
All I have is Sakashima, so it's not like that helps me either. I'm gonna pass turn 2.
Untap, upkeep, draw.
Can't say this feels like a great start, guys.
This
Well,
sucks.
If I can keep a creature on the field, I'll be okay. I have so many. I have good cards that I could start comboing with, but I just need to keep a creature on the field. And sometimes the raid monster doesn't really do anything, and sometimes it does what it's doing now and being super oppressive. So I'll play
Yeah, it could.
Eidolon of
Roll the dice.
Blossoms. So it has Constellation when it enters the battlefield, or another enchantment enters the battlefield. Draw a card. So I will draw a card. I will play a land for turn. I'll tap that for a. Do I want to hold and wait to try to get more draw? Yeah, I'll wait. So we'll go to the turn 5 for the raid monster. So this will be another 2 rolls. First roll, all tokens. So this is fairly safe for us. Okay. Second roll, he gets some defenders. Now this is one thing that's difficult to track on spell table. But I'll keep track of the defenders. So these will be. It's rolled 2 dice, so it's 3 2/2 defenders. How are you doing it, Bob?
Wonderful.
These are flying defenders in front of the raid monster. All right, over to Bob. And the reason why this result is here is because this is my personal addition. It creates more problems than it's probably worth, but I feel like personally that if the boss monster doesn't have creatures in front of it, then it's just a big punching bag and combat means nothing. So if you guys have a better solution, I'm all ears, but at the moment this is the the solution.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to leave it on top. I need lands, and I will pass the turn.
Thank you. Go for that draw step. Okay. I've got an island and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lands.
You play that Kaikar.
Yeah, it's just like that's pretty much what I need to do. I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna put out my legendary creature and pass the turn.
Yeah, on its turn this time around, it's gonna roll 3 dice.
Command
is it-
tower.
That's a good
dude,
one.
That's commanding artwork.
That's
That's a good one.
command black
Collection
edition.
black.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah,
Commander
yeah.
Black, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
I've still got that
Black.
sealed.
Yeah, pretty dope. I like
So
it.
I'm also going to risk the biscuit and cast my commander.
Okay.
Bro,
He
at
just
this point-
has upkeep triggers, so we're good.
All right. I'll untap.
It feels like we're all in the fire together. It's either this one's gonna make it or break it, you know?
Yep. I kind of need him
This is
to
like
do
one of the
stuff.
frightening things about playing this. Like this whole
I'll
format
play.
in general.
I'll play a Soul Ring.
It didn't go like this yesterday, I can tell you that.
Yeah, right.
But
Telling
I
you, it's
felt
the difference between having a hug deck and not, man. Hug
that
decks make the
too, but
difference.
I feel like we kind of cheated.
Yeah, I don't like the hug deck. It makes me feel like I'm cheating as well.
It's 3 slivers and a hug. I think that was a little much.
3 slivers alone was like enough to crush everything. The hug was just like a punch before we killed them.
All right, I'm gonna go with an Enchantress's Presence, and then I'll draw off Eidolon. I'm gonna play a Alzid of Life's Bounty. I'll draw off of both Eidolon and Enchantress.
Luckily, you can draw more than one card
I'll
a
play a
turn.
land. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I'll play a land for turn. I'll play a Righteous Aura. I'll draw off of Eidolon and Enchantress's Presence. I will crack the fetch land. Some of these are proxies, if you haven't noticed. I'm half the deck is
Yeah.
proxies, and my printer ran out of ink, so they look like crap. But I have ink now. But what I do is I playtest decks based on I'll proxy them up, playtest them, and then order them if they are worthy. This deck is a fucking blast. It won every single game on Thursday. Trying to basically put as much on the field as I can to like save things. All right, so I'm gonna go get a Savannah, and then I'm gonna play a Carpet of Flowers and draw 2 more. Do we have any islands? Yeah, we got Prime with some islands. Sweet.
Yeah.
Although I have to look at the wording.
Mm.
It does say opponent, so it does nothing. Sweet. So yeah, Carpet of Flowers, I'll draw 2, and then we'll go to the raid monster's turn.
Man.
Yeah, exactly, super fast turret. It's exactly if you want to build around the format and make a deck specifically for it and make a group hug and everybody plays group hug, you'll probably notice that you'll have very little problems losing, and that could be fun. But I have a feeling that it's going to be a lot less fun. You'll probably burn out of that excitement of winning, because I think, at least for me personally, I like a challenge. All right, so first roll, boom. Boss monster deals 10 damage each player. Okay.
Thank you, Soul Warden, for that early advantage.
Any planeswalkers? No planeswalkers, so we're good. Second roll, enchantments. This is fantastic. I love it. Okay, so I don't need a Carpet of Flowers. I don't need a Righteous Aura.
So far.
How many? It's going to be 3 enchantments.
3 enchantments.
Okay, so I'll get rid of these 3.
Yeah, take that.
That's
Carpet.
fine. I still have my draw engine, and I still have a bunch of enchantments.
Yeah.
And as long as it doesn't exile my graveyard, I have a replenish. All right, and then the last roll, we're going to have 4 3/3 defenders.
Flyers. Okay. Well, I mean, this isn't great.
Yeah, it's amassing a defense for sure. The raid monster does not have a library. It does cast spells, but it does not own a library.
All right.
There's an interesting question.
So I will play a land
Yeah,
for turn.
Game Deck does not work. Neither do lose the game mechanics, because
will
that stuff's
tap.
way too cheap.
Yeah. Yeah, demonic consultation into,
For
you know, the standard
black,
Thassa's Oracle won't work. It won't do anything.
green.
It'll just fizzle.
Wait, so that's
Although I do like the idea of somebody door to nothing-nessing the boss monster. I mean, it takes 10 mana, 2 of each color, and the artifact. I mean, that's a lot of work, but I think it's just better to have a blanket just
the board, and I will pass the turn.
not
You
really.
do get a sky trigger.
What's that? Oh yeah.
Your Path of Ancestry.
Okay.
Cool.
The raid monster doesn't have any lands, so they're actually it cannot attack, or they won't have any kind of walk. Any walks won't do anything. Unblockable, still unblockable. But it doesn't have any lands. That's why one of the things that we've ran into is things like Exotic Orchard and Felowar Stone don't really do anything.
Sakashima has a
state.
copy of Kaikar.
Nice.
Unfortunately, that's all I got for gasoline
think
in
your
the
camera's frozen again.
I'll say I don't. You're not. It just looks like you have your land tapped with Kaikar on the field.
Can you swing with Kaikar?
No, because they've got
No.
7 defenders. They're flying defenders. Yeah.
And they're 3/3s or 2/2s?
Well, there's
There are
3
4
2-2.
3/3s and 3 2/2s.
Oh
Yeah.
God!
Yeah, it's got a nice defense. Eventually, I'll be able to crack through that either through angels or spirits. But next turn, I'm gonna try to amass some attackers.
So Sakashima as a copy of
There you go.
Kaikar wins Fury. So
Is
now it's
Sakashima
Kaikar.
the one that ignores the legendary rule? Yeah,
It
okay.
is. It's that one.
Very cool. And then you're done, you said? Cool.
Yeah.
Prime. Let's see what the Scarab God's got.
Draw. I don't have any zombies, so he does nothing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you need a zombie.
Blue and the black. Baleful Strix. It's got Flying and Death Touch. ETB, I draw a card. Fuck.
Yeah, that doesn't do much.
Well, I know I didn't really think about all the blue crap. I was like, ooh, zombies, but Scarab God. But then I was like, well,
Fierce Guardianship's good, huh?
all the blue in here is fucking counter spells and shit.
I played my Volo's Guide to Monsters deck, which has a ton of counter spells, and surprisingly, it still does very well because it draws so many cards.
I'll play my Skull Clamp, and then I'm going to Skull Clamp the Baleful Strix to draw 2 cards.
Yeah.
This is better. There we go. That's
Now you're
better.
getting zombies.
Now we're getting stuff. And I'm going to pay the last black mana for the Unearth to get the Baleful Strix back on the field to draw another card. Did I play a land for turn?
Oh. Because you had enough just to cast your Scarab God.
Hey, Mistfault Bridge for turn. How big are the... Can he assign more than one blocker so he could totally kill my...
Oh, it'll definitely multi-block.
Okay, now I'm good.
It'll block the best way it can, basically.
What a dick.
Now, granted, that is up to interpretation and up to playstyle, but most of the time it's pretty obvious.
Okay.
The only times it gets a little weird is if you have something that would connect and you would draw you a card, is that more valuable than the damage it would take? I personally think that it should just block based on preserving its life total, kind of like a monster or a beast would do in Wild.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it depends.
I forgot to take my life.
Yeah, you gotta take your 10. Take your medicine. So I could replenish and get 7 enchantments back from the graveyard, which is pretty good. Because I would draw 7 cards. Plus any of the enter the battlefield. Play additional land. I may. Well, I don't have. I think I'm gonna do that. I think because there is an option or there is a possibility that the graveyards can be exiled. So I think that I don't want to be greedy. All right. So I'm gonna tap 4. I'm gonna cast replenish. Return all enchantment cards from your graveyard to play. So that'll be a Dryad of the Elysian Grove, a Seal of the Primordium. I don't know if I want to enchant. I guess it just turned into a 1/1 defender or 0/1 defender instead. Oh, I have a good idea. I'm gonna enchant this on your Baleful Strix.
Okay.
So that you'll clamp it and it'll kill it. I don't want to give them I don't want to give the raid monster an indestructible blocker. So I'll
can't
see
put
the
it on your own stuff.
I don't want to. I have good cards.
Like
But the Baleful Strix does nothing for him, but he'll just draw 2 cards from it when he skull clamps it.
Which is what I was going to do next turn, depending on what I
It
drew
also
anyway.
it could kill a defender.
That is true.
And your Ailsid won't.
My Ailsid wasn't on the field. Although they're all coming in the battlefield at the same time, so I don't know how that works. So I'm gonna have.
You could have enchanted your Ailsid.
I'm gonna have 7 triggers on Eidolon Blossoms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So draw 7. I'm gonna play a land for turn. I have surprisingly that only drew me one land. I have a secondary land I can play for turn from Dryad. I'll play a Courser of Crufix. I'll play with the top of my library revealed. I will draw two cards. So I'll draw a Walking Ballista. I'll draw a Sphere of Safety. Where are my lands? I'll play an Exploration. Draw 2. Hey, play a Plains. So now I have 3 lands a turn. I'll play a Verdant Catacombs. Approach of the Second Sun does nothing here, so I'm going to crack a fetch land, shuffle that away. Get a Canopy Vista. I've played my 3 lands for the turn. Carpel Flowers will do nothing, which is annoying, but it is what it is. It should be target player, not opponent. Oh, I do gain 2 life from Courser of Crufix.
Hey, Zombie. Thanks for joining us tonight.
I'll chant Utopia Sprawl onto Temple Garden. I will choose white. It'll tap for an additional white whenever it taps for mana. It's 2 enchantments, so I'll draw 2 cards. Or it's an enchantment, so I'll draw 2 cards. Of course, I redrew Approach of the Second Sun. Gotta love it. So I'll tap it for a white and a green. I'll put a Fertile Ground on it, because why not? I'll draw 2 cards. Alright. That's all I can do. Well, that's a productive turn.
That's good.
Next turn, if this doesn't completely decimate my board, I can do some crazy things. I think I could just win next turn, to be quite honest. But we'll see. So first roll, this 3 rolls. First roll, all tokens. Any tokens? Nope. Okay. Second roll.
As a copy. Oh, it's not a copy.
It's not a token. All right, we'll take a 10. Each player takes 10.
That's what it is. Okay.
And then the last roll. Oh, we got a good one. So you can either draw a card, play a land, or gain 5.
I'm gonna go for the card. Sort of glad I did. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll draw a card. Well,
I'm gonna gain 5.
I'm gonna gain 5.
life.
I'm actually gonna gain 5. Yeah, I'm with you. I have like, I don't know, 15 cards in hand. I have a Reliquary Tower, so that's the nice thing.
Oh, nice.
I will draw for turn.
Yeah, if I can either get a tutor or if I just happen to draw into the Heliod combo, I can do the Walking Ballista Heliod combo.
Oh, gross.
I just thought of something. Instead of taking 10, I'm only going to take 2. So I'm going to go, up to 33? Because I have a white source open, and I have Righteous Aura, which is pay a white, pay 2 life, prevent all damage to you from any one source.
There you go.
So I will tap for green. 2 more greens to play Elvish Rejuvenator. When it enters the battlefield, look at the top 5 cards of my library. I may put a land card from among them onto the battlefield. The rest on the bottom of my library in a random order. So 1, 2.
What
3,
land is this? You're talking about this Plains?
5.
So these are, they're waifu lands, anime waifu lands, but they are, I think this is from what is that? Genshin Impact, I believe, is what somebody told me. They are custom art cards from Make Playing Fields. So you basically just go through a Google Drive, you pick whatever art you want, and then you can have it printed on a card. They're not real Magic cards; they're proxies, but
I will pay a green, a black, and 3 green to play Moldervine Reclamation and pass a turn.
Levine's a good
Ooh.
one.
Okay, let's see what we can get into. Ooh, okay. It's actually pretty helpful. We got a mountain for turn.
Yep, same here.
Oh, hello.
Yeah,
Okay.
I love these lands. They're the best. I love Make
Like
Playing
poison
cards.
ivy.
It's probably
just like-
inspired by. It's just probably
Okay.
some random. I
Yeah.
mean, it's basically poison ivy, but
Yeah.
there is a
Discount.
Supergirl
Red, white, and
and
blue
art
plus
sexified
another
one too. But
to Whirlwind of Thought.
okay,
That's gonna actually create me 2 spirit tokens because this is 2 Kaikars. And let's see. I'm gonna go ahead, sacrifice. No, I'll hold off on that. Yeah, I'll just tap for 2 for Prismatic Lens. Actually, I'll tap. Yeah, I gotta do those 2 for Prismatic
I've got
Lens.
this one for swamps.
It's gonna create 2 more tokens and also draw me a card.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's not gonna help me. I don't get any further than that. Yeah, I think that's all I got because I can't really swing out right now.
Island.
Yeah, so I'll have to pass turn.
All right, untap. Upkeep, still no zombie triggers. Draw. Oh, I really, really like that card. All right, so
Mountain.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that costs fucking 8.
And of course, there's all normal. These are also fake, but they're the stained glass. Love these Kamigawa lands. These Kamigawa lands are amazing.
We're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the Horde Wing zombie or Horde Wing Scab. He's got flying. Other zombies have flying. If they deal combat damage, I gotta draw cards and then discard. I'll pay my last mana to Skull Clamp the Baleful Strix. Draw 2. Pass.
Draw planes. Play the Misty Rainforest off the top. I'll play a plains off the top. I'll play a Scavenger Grounds off the top. Alright, cool. So I've played all 3 lands I could play this turn. But I will gain 3 life from the Courser of Krufix. I don't need a Kenris transformation, so I'll crack a fetch land, which will cost me 1 life, but then I'll gain it back. I'll go get a forest. Just trying to thin the deck so when I do some draws here, I can try to get the finish. A Boseiju. That's a good one.
Boseiju, more like Bosage who?
Another thing I can do is I can, if I don't pull anything, I could austere command. No, I'd have to choose 2. Never mind, I take it back. I was gonna say I can destroy all creatures with mana value 3 or less, which kind of kills a lot of my board, but it would kill all of the defenders. I think I'll start off with a Argothian Enchantress. So just whenever I cast an enchantment, draw a card. Tap this and a Soul Ring. So I'll have a floating colorless. I will play a Blind Obedience. So I'll draw 1, 2, 3 cards. With the floating colorless, and then the 2 from. Well, this taps for 3. All right, I'll have a white floating. I'm going to Idyllic Tutor. For Heliod's Sun Crowned. With the 1 floating, 2, 3. I'll play a Heliod Sun Crowned. He is an enchantment, so I'll draw 3. Tap 4. I will play a Walking Ballista for 2. I will give Walking Ballista lifelink and proceed to kill the boss monster. I have exactly enough mana for that. That's hilarious.
Good job, Matt.
Yeah, good job.
Ooh, ooh.
This deck is
combo for the
fun.
win.
I love this deck. It doesn't just only win with the Walking Ballista combo. It wins via combat. There's a few cards in here that give you a bunch of tokens. Like I have Hollowed Haunting.
Yeah.
Whenever you cast an enchantment spell, you create a spirit that's power and toughness are equal to the number of spirits you control. So you cast a bunch of enchantments, get a bunch of dudes.
If I could have got this out, I could have started doing some mayhem.
Army of the Damned. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that was cool. That was fun.
Yeah, I had Bind Nathasa and a Plains in my hands, so it was just like couldn't quite get.
So had I
But
not been
I've
playing such a
also-
powerful deck, well, I guess I mean I got wiped 3 times, so I guess it wasn't. I don't know. This deck's very resilient.
What turn was that?
That was turn 8.
Yeah, I was just thinking. Usually, it's like by turn 9, it's either you're gonna win or you're not, as far as like us versus them kind of thing. And I think for as bad as like a lot of our draws in board states were, yours was just doing great. So
Would have drawn my Sarah Sanctum. That would have been
definitely
nice. One white for every enchantment.
Yeah.
I can play a less powerful deck if we want to run it back again. If I don't know how many times you guys wanted to play it tonight.
It's up to you guys.
well, after
It's what, almost 7:30 for me. I got to get dinner before I go to bed.
All right. Well, I appreciate you coming out and playing.
Yeah.
And thank you everybody for watching.
Yep. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, it was a pleasure as
interesting.
always.
Are there any questions in the chat that you guys have for us while we wrap it up? Ask them now. If you're interested in checking this format out and would like to play test it for us and give us some feedback, you can join our Discord. I'll give you the link here. This is like the official like playtest document that I kind of wrote up, and this will give you all the rule sets, the variety of different difficulties. The app that you see on my screen here, this app is currently still being worked on. I'm learning stuff and in the process of still kind of making it good. That will be on the Play Store probably within the next month or so. So that'll be cool. So keep an eye out for that. But other than that, you're able to still play with just using a standard D20 die. If you notice on the thing it says die result equals 20, that just means that when you roll a D20, or when it clicks roll for the boss monster, it's tied to the die result, which is in the playtest material that you can go look up in the chart. So
Just make sure you guys have notifications turned on to Pure MTG. That's the channel you're tuning in right now. And if you get those notifications on, ring that little bell, you'll be alerted for when we go live doing this again. So tune in and we'll see you again soon.
Yep, I'm going to have a video probably within the next couple days that's going to be a slimmed down kind of version of what we did today. Hopefully without any of the audio issues and without any of the, the issues that we started with. But yeah, just a kind of a quick
camera stuff.
like a learning video, just to kind of give you guys an idea of what the format plays like and see if you guys enjoy it. So thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you around.